Hello there, everyone. Welcome. Today, we're going to be having a look at the Zandvoort race moment of Silver Linings. Team has done like 15 points. We're playing as Mercedes. After a rainy start in Zandvoort and a flurry of early tire changes, Mercedes are in recovery mode in the latter stages of the race. They're further back than they'd hoped, with Russell struggling on hard tires and Hamilton on newer softs behind. With rain threatening to return, manage their pit stop decisions, team orders, and overtakes to secure whole points for the Silver Arrows. So we need to score at least 15 points between our two drivers. So let's see where we actually start here. We start 7th and 9th. So we basically have 8 points right now, which means we need to get some overtaking done. Shouldn't actually be too much of a problem here. To be fair, we have 16 laps to go. Rain is threatening to return. We're going to have a little bit of rain here towards the end. The problem is I don't know exactly how much rain this is going to be. But as we saw during the race itself, the lifetimes were slow enough that just a couple laps were more than enough to make up for the rain itself. So we'll see what happens here. Now, for Russell, his tires are gone. Basically the same here for Hamilton. These are not going to really last till the end. So we'll have to see exactly what we end up doing. Let's have a quick look here on the... We'll actually have a look here on the challenge brief again. What we can have a quick look at here is the pre-race report of compound performance. I'm wondering if this one has changed. It's not. So in this case, with just 16 laps to go, softs are going to be the kings, for sure. For Russell, at least, because we're going to have to pit him now. There's no way we keep him out any longer. Could go medium. But again, the sausage is going to be better. If we go medium, we're going to have to stay out on them. We can't do anything with the rainy period then. And it is going to be heavy rain, so it's probably just going to be... If we pit, it's going to be inters, and then we're going to just have to live with that decision. Probably. But I'm thinking for Russell, we're just going to get him in, we're going to pit him, and we're going to have a bit of a look here on his strategy and what we can do. So for Russell... we want to add another stint, and it's going to be a soft stint. Although it looks like he doesn't really have soft tires to make this work. Well, he should have just about enough, because as I said, we're going to be gambling and jumping onto those inters towards the end. So we're going to run a full attack stint. Now the rain itself should be here around lap 67, 68. Meaning we only have 4 laps on the inters. But again, if this accurately reflects real life, that should be more than enough to make up for stopping. And Hamilton here with 74% softs with the degradation. I don't know if we can actually do anything cheeky here in terms of changing things up. He is degrading slower than anticipated, but again, we need to keep him alive until this point. Can probably run aggressive. But even then, that is a little bit of a, risk to take. The question here is if it's better to just run him attack and put him on a different stint again. Now, in terms of tires, ahead we have Ocon, Albon. Everyone is on basically equal tires to us. The intervals need a little bit of updating before we can actually see where we're at. But I think for now, we're just going to have to keep Hamilton out on the strategy that he is on. And I think that is going to be the play here. As said, for Russell here, we are going to be pitting him immediately. Does have 94 tires, which is we're going to use. He's going to come out all the way at the back as a result.
So box, 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 box.
What's Hamilton doing? Hamilton had a bit of a spin already. Spin on turn 8.
Yeah, don't sweat it.
So, honestly, I think the best choice it could be to just pit him too. Hilariously enough, we pit him and then we go full attack till the end. We're going to try that. A very aggressive strategy, if you will.
Box, 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 box.
Russell here. See what he can do too. Where exactly is our boy Russell going to come out? Not the worst place to come out. Behind Show should be able to overtake that easily. Hamilton's going to have a bit of a harder job, though, let's be honest. But the job here, the goal is going to be very simple. We're going to go full attack on these soft tires. We're going to go high risk overtakes for both cars. We're also going to be rarely defending. Just so we can try and get, back up into this. There we go. Russell should immediately get show done, like so. Wet weather has been predicted in 4 minutes now. So it's actually coming earlier than anticipated. Oh yeah, that changed quickly. Jesus. Don't tell me the focus 90 is 100% accurate and then jump it by, what is this? 5-6 laps. That's gonna really, really screw us over, but we'll still try and do the best here. Russell is making up time now on these tires, let's be honest.
The rain is falling.
Yep.
Question now is how quickly is this rain going to fall? It is falling relatively fast here, let's be honest. Having Hamilton stay out would have been the better option. Still think pitting Russell here probably was the best. What we could do is try and pit early. But I think we'll stay out for one more lap. Potentially pitting Hamilton now is the better option because he's a little bit further behind. Pit him, tell him to run in clean air. You can see a lot of cars are actually pitting here. Verstappen opts to go for another lap. For Russell here, we're going to be pitting him too. And the reason why we're telling Hamilton to drive in clean air is incredibly simple. It makes overtaking a lot easier. Track conditions have changed to damp here now. In terms of tires, there's still a lot out on, the wrong one. Verstappen, Perez, Gasly, Sainz, Albon. So we still have options here, but at the same time, the initial pit stop there with the weather not updating did screw us over quite drastically, let's be honest. Hamilton is not going to have a good time with trying to get the overtakes done, for sure. Can push fuel now, which should be no problem. And Russell is up to the back of Piastri here. We need to get those overtakes done. People are going onto the wets already. They'll be churning through them pretty aggressively, I might add. But it is going to start becoming real wet in 4 minutes, so 4 laps. Yeah, we need Russell here to just fly by if he can. Can't really get it done. But yeah, as you can see, Sainz there, 75% wet, 88, 81. The choices here are interesting, to say the least. But if we had stayed out, we would probably have done a lot better job here. We have also used our entire battery to try and get a move made, which isn't that surprising. Hamilton's up into 11th though, so at least that is a positive. But we are getting very, very closely to the super rainy period, and we are going to have to pit for that rainy period. We'll probably also tune off the driving clean air command. So we're going to be pitting again now for the wet tires. Is it a great idea what we're doing here? Probably not. Might need to replay this one. But again, we kind of did get screwed over here by me trusting the weather radar in this case. I probably shouldn't have done that. So, Russell is now pitting for the full wet. Came out in 9th. Hamilton came out in 13th. We're going to have a pretty hard job ahead of us here, but we are going to have a slight tire advantage. So it's just, can we get by the cars in front? Basically, we've ended up doing an extra pit stop here for no real reason. Okay. See if we can get Hamilton to fly by. Like so. Russell here is still stuck behind And Norris in this case, a different McLaren. We're going to have to wait until we're at the end of the main straight to try and make a move there. But we will not be completing this on this attempt. But again, the fact that don't tell me the weather is 100%, accurate if it isn't. It is a bit silly. So yeah, we're probably going to have to replay this one because, as I said, weather it wasn't completely accurate. But again, I should have noticed that like I did in Monaco. That's on me. But yeah, could we have done this probably even with that extra pit stop potentially if we got the overtakes done a bit quicker? Because Russell is flying right now, 22.3 versus, well, he's quicker than everyone else around here. Same for Hamilton. So we haven't done that extra pit stop. I think we would have done this easily. We'll do, as I said, retry this just to have a look at it to see if we can do something a bit different. Because right now we are poised to get, what, 6 points? Which isn't enough.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
But yeah, that was a failure. Because I thought we would be able to burn those soft tires up completely. Which happens. Not enough points. Let us retry the scenario. And in this case, we're just going to stay out. We're going to put Hamilton on full attack because, well, he has the time to do so. And again here, it's 2 minutes. It shouldn't start raining within those 2 minutes. So that did kind of fool me here. Track details. It's moderate rain in 6 minutes. I should have seen this one though, because that is the one that you're going to have to be looking at. The moderate rain announcement in 6 minutes. So lap time here is a little bit over a minute. So we should have actually expected the rain around lap 60. So for Russell, we're just going to keep him as is. He's just going to have to kind of try and make the best out of it. For Hamilton, we're going to be pushing both his tires, both his fuel. And that should make his life a little bit simpler. But yeah. For Russell, we might even go to a light on the tires because we need him to survive until it starts raining. Yeah, we're going to go light on those tires. As long as we can stay within DRS of Albon, it should be okay. Honestly, Albon is kind of being the pulley here, but even that is going to be kind of difficult, I think. Hamilton here is catching up. Let's see if we can deploy and get some overtaking done. We're going to just put him onto high aggression already. For Russell, we can wait a little bit with that. And yeah, Russell is losing out on lap time, but let's face it, even if he stays out like this, this is 2-3 seconds a lap. Well, losing more than that, 130. We'll have to see what this lap is, because I think that is some wonkiness from the system, if you will. 114 versus 116. Yeah, so if losing a couple of seconds a lap, it's still not bad. It's still very much tolerable. So, we will just live with it as it is. So in 4 minutes time, we'll be having Russell kind of doing a good job right now, just holding up the cars behind for Hamilton. So this is currently working in our advantage. But yeah, we're going to get absolutely just overrun, I guess is the right word here right now. And that shouldn't come as a surprise. There we go, Hamilton flies by. So the question that we have to ask ourselves right now is, do we do what Verstappen did last time, which will stay out until basically wets? They did actually just re-fly by us there, Albon. Do we stay out until it's fully wet, or do we go inters and then wets? What is going to save us the most time here?
Okay, copy that.
For Russell here, pitting him now is probably the best thing we can do because his tires are already, busted. So let's pit him. Although having him stay out and, hold off the other cars could also have been an option. And for Hamilton here, we're just going to pit him now onto the inter tire. I think that is going to be the best bet here, if you will. Russell comes out into a ton of clean air though, which is nice to see. We are on that 0.8 millimeters where you kind of want to be on the tire. So Russell should be fine with not severely overheating. Hamilton comes out in 10th. So right now we are looking good because everyone will still need to do at least one more pit stop. Now we're gonna have to see if we want to go on the wets towards the end. I should have paid a little bit closer attention to the lap times themselves, but I didn't, and that is gonna potentially be a little bit painful, but we'll just have to deal with it. Hamilton now on the straight should be just flying by both cars, making his life a lot easier, and he did. Russell, on the other hand, is still running kind of free here, which is good. Verstappen does now pit. Perez does also pit. And ahead of us now, both of our cars, the only ones that haven't pitted yet, are cars that haven't pitted yet, sorry. Which should help us out quite a bit now. Russell comes out behind Gasly, unfortunately. It's not the best place we could have come out, but at the same time, it's not horrible. And we are going to risk it here, put his overtake aggression too high, and we're going to try and get a by here as quickly as we can. We are going to have to tune Hamilton down now. He has been pushing his fuel, probably a tad more than we should. But right now it's okay. For Alonso, we're going to try and deploy and get by him too, very quickly. Looks like we just won't be able to pull that off, maybe. We'll see. We're close. Can we make the move stick, is the question. We can somewhat. There we go. So now we're running 3rd and 4th. Now, Verstappen and Perez both went on to wet tires. Same with Alonso. So we do need to create a gap now before it becomes properly wet, so to speak. And everyone but us has actually gone on to directly onto the wet tire. So it is supposed to get only wetter from here. So we might need to take another pit stop. Essentially, that is going to kind of ruin the strategy. It's either that or we stay out. We're currently running 119s. There we're running 121s, 122s. 5 laps to go. I think we have to pit. And then try and make up for it with aggressive strategy. I think it's going to be the thing here. So we're going to try just that. Hamilton should be fine doing this with, honestly. And same for Russell here. It's either that or we stay out and, you know, hold up the other cars. But I think we are just going to have to pit here and try and make the best out of this situation, which is not a great situation, but with the situation we put ourselves in. And Hamilton here should be able to come out just behind Alonso, or maybe even behind Gasly. So yeah, not great. Russell's going to come out just ahead of Albon, so not completely horrible. And we're going to harvest a little bit here. The goal is, of course, going to be to overtake Gasly when we're given the opportunity. And for Russell, it's going to be trying the signs when we have the opportunity. I would have liked to actually experiment here with staying out as well on those inters, but I think we would have just gotten eaten up, particularly now that we're getting close to 5mm. A little bit of a pull is fine. But once you get up to 5-6mm, you really just start getting completely chewed out. So, didn't want to take that risk. Hamilton is getting the lunch here on Gasly. Very, very nice. And we are going to need to try and hunt down Alonso as well. Russell in 7th, Hamilton in 4th. Should be more than enough, though, for the point objective. So this is still okay. But yeah, I really would have liked to just see the weather being, you know, accurate. Because I don't think this is even accurate anymore. So yeah. Guess for these scenarios, we just throw that weather educator, if you will, out the window. I trusted a little bit more because the rain was supposed to come within not the first 2 windows, so that was my bad. We are looking at, potentially here, we don't really have anything to attack Alonso with, but we could potentially snatch the podium here for Hamilton. We can potentially still do that. Let's put him to deploy, and we're just going to gamble here. Should have harvested, honestly. Then we would actually had an opportunity to do this.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
So yeah, didn't actually recharge the battery enough. That's on me. Makes overtaking basically a very non-viable. But still, 4th is still acceptable. Again, I would be very interested in seeing how badly we'd lose out if we had stayed out on the inters. But yeah,
Well, that's another
basically,
race
the
wrapped
main
up.
thing you're gonna have to look at for these scenarios is just simply when is the rain actually coming. Don't trust the weather radar. Trust the news report, if you will. Challenge has been completed. We did get the required points. Could we have gotten a podium? Potentially. Could we have finished higher with Russell? Potentially, yeah. But we'll take that. It's not the worst result ever. We could potentially go on Alonso, as I said, for that podium if I had recharged a little bit earlier. For Russell 2 here, probably not really anything we could have done too differently. But Hamilton could definitely have done had something happen, a little bit better result. Which is a bit unfortunate. But as you can see here, we apparently finished 10 positions better with 2 less pit stops. I don't know. But yeah, this is going to be... I'm going to do racing challenges on, or rather racing moments on days when I can't get a full episode out, just so I have something. And these take a lot less effort to make, as you can see, because I'm making them in one continuous recording. So you'll be getting these when I can't play, you know, when I can't play, what's the name? When I can't get episodes out for the full playthroughs. I'll also give you a heads up that Starfield is going to be appearing on the channel. I've been playing it a little bit today. It's been a lot of fun. It's fun enough that I lost track of time. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Voice is probably a little bit weird today, but we'll be powering through. Bye-bye.